Now, here is another game that did catch my interest, mainly just for aesthetic, just for the aesthetic alone. And anytime you slap a vehicle that looks like a freaking DeLorean in front of me, I'm usually captivated. But on X, I think this popped into my algorithm. This indie game Joe saying this solo indie dev is making a cyberpunk street racing game inspired by Need for Speed Underground. RPG progression, free roam street races, deep customization. This looks insane. It's called Punk Runner, and they do have even a. Is it this? So there's a. No, so they do have like even like their own little website here for it too. But they do have a trailer, which we'll check out. We'll check out here. Like I said, you slap a car that looks like the Back to the Future DeLorean in front of me, I'm in. So it's still saying work in progress for this. And this is the open world side of things. Ah, now we got a race. Oh, that hit at the end there takes the win. West Englewood, sorry. Angle? Ooh, careful there. Now I'm just kind of taking in the sights and just kind of looking at the rest of the city. Wonder if there is any kind of damage that you can get done on the car too, then. Because I don't know if I ever play. I don't know how much I ever played of Need for Speed Underground. I'll have to see if I even have that game. Okay, here we're gonna see some of the customizations. Nope, just a repaint. Okay. Let's get. Now it's blue. Had a little more going under city and stuff like that. Just curious. Let me see if there's a little more to bring up on that one. Weasel says that game title could have done with a bit more workshopping. Punk Runner is, yeah, they could have done a little more. Just a little. Wait, what did that even say on this? Hang on. Punk Runner, cyberpunk flying car racing game inspired by Blade Runner, Need for Speed Underground 2, and GTA. And this was the tech demo, or at least part of the tech demo gameplay. So that's what this was being shown off there. Okay, let's see. So this is kind of the interesting thing I saw with this here. On their site is how it says a downloadable game for Windows. Download now. Name your own price. So it sounds like recent events and announcements. Punk Runner needs your help. Every small contribution counts and will directly support the development of the game. If you're a fan of cyberpunk flying cars and want to see this project come to life, you can make a donation via different ways: Patreon, PayPal, and help fund assets. But about the game, Punk Runner is an upcoming indie racing game that takes you through the neon-lit streets of a cyberpunk future. You play as Hero, very direct, an unknown figure with a love for speed and a reputation for being the best street racer. The objective of the game is to prove your dominance as you race against other high-performance vehicles and push the limits of speed. You have the opportunity to win big, but also to spend it all on customizing your ride. To make it truly unique with fast-paced, high adrenaline action and an immersive cyberpunk aesthetic, Punk Runner is a thrilling ride from start to finish. Description of the genre: Punk Runner is a combination of the fast-paced excitement of a racing game and the futuristic dystopian world of cyberpunk. Players will race through neon-lit city, facing off against other street racers and navigating dangerous high-speed tracks with a focus on customization and high-tech vehicle. Excuse me. High-tech vehicle. Punk Runner offers a unique take on the racing genre. So wait a minute. Unique selling points. Punk Runner offers an innovative approach to flying cars. Unlike other games where there are unrealistic and operate differently, it's hard to say. Well, okay, they're just saying innovative approach, so it's not like a realistic approach or anything like that. They're saying we're taking a unique style. The game pays homage to Need for Speed Underground 2 and other classic racing games while incorporating a new level of customization inspired by Japanese car culture. Okay, interesting. Players can race anyone, anytime, and anywhere in the open world with a seamless initiation process. Key features: flying cars that drive like real cars with a new approach. Punk Runner features flying cars with a new approach, unlike other games where flying cars are unrealistic and operate like helicopters, drones, or spaceships. Punk Runner presents flying cars that drive like real cars, only with thrusters instead of wheels. I mean, that's still such a tough. To say realistic is just such an odd thing when you're dealing with a future cyberpunk world, because it's like we haven't grasped technology like this to get an idea for flying. Because depending on like the way, because I've never like flown a drone or anything like that, I could only imagine like drones might be the closest thing to being like representative of what you could do with like a flying car. But again, I haven't used one, but just from seeing some of them move the way they do, and like I would imagine the way if we were to ever have flying cars, maybe. But again, it's kind of a funny thing when you start thinking about it. Modernizing the classic racing game formula with a focus on customization inspired by Japanese car culture. Modernizing the classic racing game formula, Need for Speed Underground 2 with a focus on custom. I would like to hear a little bit more of what that means. I don't know what that means when you say inspired by Japanese car culture. What is Japanese car culture? Explain to the normie like me that doesn't know what that is. Like, how is their car culture different from, say, Western car culture, like American or whatever? Like, give me some examples here. All you're kind of giving me is fluff. I'm now unselling myself. Oh no. Ability to challenge any driver to race anywhere in an open world. Challenge any driver seamlessly. Winner a race. I feel like we're running in circles. About the developer, I'm Max Parada, a senior 3D artist working in the digital marketing field since 8 years now. Besides that, I'm also a solo game developer. I started when Unreal Engine 4 became free. I saw an opportunity to bring my 3D art skills and experience to game development. I learned Blueprint, UE4's no-code programming language, by creating small prototypes and gradually developed the skills needed to make a game. Before Punk Runner, I released Embuscade. Has certainly a unique flair for some interesting names. A short horror game that was recognized as best free game of 2017 by PC Gamer, and also created a voxel asset collection on my itch.io page under the brand Monogon. So let's see what the Steam wish list has on there. Damn Black, right? They call it Family in Japan. Oh, Family. Gotcha. Okay. Again, we just kind of get. So this, at least we get see a little bit of additions to the car. Rear bumper, yeah, changing up the. Okay, so that's the custom parts place, and that must be like the basic. Yeah, here we have like the basic bitch version of the car before you start modding it out. And this is gonna be all the stuff I just read on their website. Again, there's a part of me that's interested in it. I wish they would elaborate a little bit more on just what they mean by Japanese car culture, just to get a better understanding of that from their perspective of what that all means, because it leaves me a little freaking lost. But on here they say Punk Runner tech demo, which I believe it was on their website that I already showed for early access. Let's see if this is different. Nope, same thing. So again, the gameplay, I think, I looking at it, I mean, yeah, I could see the feel for just like a regular old, not a regular old sort of, but like and Blackbird says it's all about the drifting over there. Forget the NOS. Well, they talk about it though in terms of like the customization of the car. So that's also where like I'm trying to understand what they mean with all of that. I'm still curious about the game. I might have to check out the tech demo that they do have available. So it seems like they say you can name your own price. But you're basically then paying to do the old pay to test the game, basically. Like I said, there is a part of me that's curious about it. I used to love racing games, like we talked about today. We talked about Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit, a classic favorite of mine from back then that I loved and I played the hell out of. I would love to find one that re-sparks that love for racing games, because I've been a little out of the loop on that. But like I said, I'm still kind of curious about it. I'll have to wait and see what more maybe drops, if there is. Is this? Oh no, he blew up! A little more of an official trailer there. Nothing really yet for like any kind of expected release or anything like that, so it is like early access. They do have a website or a YouTube page, so I'll keep an eye on it just to see what's going on with it. But for now, like I said, I'll have to damn Blackbird, $1 final offer. Weasel says, F that, my tester experience is worth something. They can pay me or kick rocks. That's just and I've done my fair share of testing. Shit, I at least got into like the alpha beta test or whatever back in the day for Star Wars The Old Republic before that ever launched. And then I even got to do some professional QA testing for gaming when I worked at EA for 6 months. So I have that. It's like, yeah, I'd much prefer getting paid to QA. I'll QA the hell out of your game if you want. If you want to pay me for it, absolutely. I love doing that. I was probably an odd one. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was such a fun experience for me, and so I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'll happily fill out a bunch of QA reports and send them off to you and test your game. Let's do it. Let's go. That is at least one thing. Like, it's a good thing in some regards, though, that like they can do this kind of approach to trying to stay out of the big corporatized areas of gaming by doing crowdfunding and stuff like that. It's just, though, the main thing is that you just become like I say, you're pay to play and pay to test the game. So I mean, you then generally get access to the game when you do stuff like that for early access once it's released, but then it's still a question of what state is that final release going to be in. Is it going to actually, like, be implementing all the bug reports and all the stuff that's been talked about, discussed in the community to do so? It's always a little debatable, so we'll have to wait and see.
Thank you for watching this clip from Respawn Roast Cantina. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see, and check out the full episode.